You're stuck at home in quarantine. 5 o'clock. Why not have a drink with me?
You said very close.
Good afternoon, Helen, and guests and visitors. How's everyone doing today? How are you today, Helen?
I'm alright. I'm doing okay.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you.
Today is day, I believe, 42
That sounds right.
of stay at home. Actually, tomorrow will be 42. So today's 41.
Okay, great.
All right. I know my multiples of 7, and tomorrow will be 6 weeks.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Excited to have you and have you have a drink with me.
Thanks.
This evening, who do we have so far in the chat? We've got Ben, we've got Keith, we've got Megan. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see everyone. So how's your week been going?
It's been okay. It's been alright. Couple ups, couple downs, but nothing too serious. Just working, trying to get different tasks done, stay focused.
Now, I've been mostly off this week, with the exception of a few small tasks, and you had off on Monday.
Correct.
But how has working through quarantine from home while your husband is not working been?
I mean, it's fine because I mostly stay upstairs.
It's
like
true.
I've created my office space upstairs, and
A full separate office.
yeah, I treat it like work for the most part. I try and get there as close to 8 a.m., which is my normal work time, as possible. And I, work my 8 to 4, sometimes a little bit later than that, but I'll come downstairs for lunch and things. So I don't see you a ton.
Mm-hmm.
There was yesterday which I am super grateful for, cleaned the entire house in a very thorough manner, which was great. You did happen to start vacuuming while I was on a Zoom call, so that was a minor inconvenience, but...
If you want to tell me to stop cleaning, just go right ahead.
Oh, ha ha. No.
I will say the most embarrassing moment of all the cleaning was when I went downstairs because I wanted to mop the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, I need to go downstairs and get the mop. And I found the bucket, and then I realized we don't own a mop.
We don't own a mop, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have a Swiffer, so we were able to wet Swift the bathrooms and take care of that. But
Yeah.
the other nice thing about the cleaning was I was able to catch up on some of my podcasts. So without any time in the car, I've fallen desperately behind on all of my podcasts.
Yeah. I've been continuing to listen to podcasts while sewing and doing sort of other projects.
Mm-hmm.
But you know me, I kind of have to have 2 things going on at any given time in order to remain entertained. So I'm always constantly listening to something or doing something else. So
Looks like we've got Tom Kelly in the chat.
hi, Tom.
Hello, Dad.
Make sure to say hi to your dad.
He announces I'm here. He's been watching the show on. He doesn't have a smartphone, so he's been watching on his computer, and we've been figuring out the right way to be able to. The Instagram website is a little different than just using the app, so we got to figure it out where he can be in the chat. Good to see you.
Your mom and Zach too.
Got Zach here. Oh man, we've got my mom. Hi, Peg. I just ordered a mop last week. Megan, all right.
Nice.
Let us know if you have any recommendations.
Yeah.
If it's the sponge mop or the stringy mop.
I hate. You know why we don't have one?
You hate mopping?
I hate mops.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like mopping. It's that I guess I don't think it's functional.
Because you just feel like you're just pushing around dirty water?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got a spot on the floor, you wipe it up.
You heard it here first. Mopping is a myth.
It's just my opinion.
All right.
Maybe I'll start my own controversial opinions podcast.
So,
Instagram show.
as we make our way to cocktails, I wanted to know if you've heard about this. There's been this big cocktail scandal
Ooh.
making its way across the cocktail Twitterverse this week. And it involves one Stanley Tucci. Have you heard about this scandal?
No.
Do you know Stanley Tucci?
Yes.
The actor?
Yes.
He's a kind of baldish Italian. He's a lot of sporting character roles.
Yep, I know
Stanley
that guy.
Tucci. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy. So he, like many celebrities have been, posted a video the other day where he was in his home and he was making a cocktail.
Okay.
And in fact, he was making one of the greatest cocktails of all time, the Negroni.
Oh, one of your favorites.
One of my favorites,
Yeah.
one of everybody's favorites. It's just an iconic cocktail. But something went horribly wrong. I'll even put aside the fact...
Wait, does it have to do... Well, I can guess. Did he use the wrong kind of Campari aperitif?
Oh, no, the Campari was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it, did he garnish it inappropriately?
He did garnish it inappropriately,
Okay.
but that wasn't even the worst thing.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
I
Well,
know.
It must have been horrifying then.
Oh my gosh. There are three main problems, one of which is what really has the cocktail community up in arms.
Okay.
I'll start with the two lower level infractions.
Mm-hmm.
First was that one of the great things about the Negroni is that it's a classic equal parts cocktail where you have the same amount of gin, sweet vermouth, Campari.
Right.
1 to 1 to 1.
Yep.
He did not follow those proportions. He put more gin in than the other ingredients. He might have even used less Campari than sweet vermouth. So I don't know. I think that's crazy, but if he has those certain tastes, I can live with that.
Can you, though?
I can live with that.
Doesn't seem like you can.
The second not huge deal was, as you mentioned, the garnish, which is he had like a slice of orange, which
Okay.
is fine, but it wasn't like an orange peel, it was like a slice.
Okay.
And then he took it and he like squeezed a little bit of juice into the cocktail and then put it in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
that's horrifying.
but that's not even the worst thing, Helen.
Yes.
The worst thing and the scandal that has everybody up in arms in the cocktail world is he took his ingredients, put them all together, and then he shook the Negroni.
No.
He shook it.
No.
He didn't stir.
What?
He shook.
It's like a crime.
He committed a
It's a
James
crime.
Bond
A
offense
crime against humanity.
of
Yes.
shaking and therefore ruining what is going to be a classic and delicious cocktail.
Yeah.
Stanley Tucci.
He's on your, what do the kids call that? Is he canceled?
Cancel Stanley Tucci. You heard it here first.
And only. Wow.
So, we are going to be making a proper cocktail today. And in fact, we're going to be making a delicious cocktail, a Pisco Sour.
Which is why I'm here.
What do you know about the Pisco Sour, Helen?
I know that it is a very popular drink in Chile.
Mm-hmm.
And we drank tons of Pisco Sours when we were in Chile. Gosh, was that over a year ago?
Yeah.
Now? Yeah. They were amazing there. Really enjoy them. And I really think they're a delicious beverage. So I wanted to come be here with you so I wouldn't even have to wait like an extra 5 minutes to get my cocktail. And we could talk about Chile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great trip to Chile that we took over New Year's, I guess a year and 4 months ago now.
Yeah.
With our great friends Keith and Dora and Matt.
And yeah.
And they were really just dishing those Pisco Sours everywhere you went.
Yeah.
And they were pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Which was very nice.
So
I know. What do you remember about how they served them? What kind of glass, what it looked like?
I feel like I frequently got it in a champagne glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was usually like a fluted kind of glass. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because you want to get the foam from the egg white on the top.
Right on top, yep.
Yeah, get a nice like floater kind of a thing going on. But yeah, we had them in fancy rooftop bars. We had them in like hole in the wall places in the Atacama Desert. Like when we were in Chile, we literally top to tail went to Chile, and everywhere we went, you could get a Pisco Sour.
Yeah.
Including at the Shackleton bar, I think. Did we get?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, was that where
That's
we
right.
had the one with the special? There was like a special berry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some special berry. I don't remember what that berry
There was
was.
like a berry, and
Keith, if you're in the chat, I don't know if you remember the
Yeah,
berry.
do you remember the berry?
They have this like Chilean berry that they made this liqueur out of, I guess, and then it was like blueberry-esque.
Yeah. It was
but
a
it
dark
wasn't
purple berry.
blueberry, so
Yeah. But very cool. We got to be we were in Patagonia, which is all the way far south, very close to Antarctica. I still kind of regret that we didn't like find some way to be in Antarctica so we could say that we've been to Antarctica.
Step foot on the continent.
But if you don't know, Ernest Shackleton was a really famous, well-known kind of modern-ish day explorer who did a lot of exploring of the Arctic. I'm going to say early 1900s? Yeah. Anyway, very cool. I happen to know him because a long, long time ago, I was gifted a book about Shackleton's cat. As like a teenager. Mrs. Chippy was her name. And so I read a whole book about Mrs. Chippy, Shackleton's cat. Right. And then I was excited to go to that bar where Ernest Shackleton had been.
So fun.
Yeah.
What do you know about Pisco?
I'm sure I'm supposed to know a bunch that you've told me, and I don't remember any of them.
It's a liquor. It is made in
I could have said that.
It is made in the winemaking regions of Peru and Chile.
Yeah.
And it's actually a type of, it's like a brandy. It's a type of brandy. In that it is made from distilled, fermented grape juice. Just like your French brandies and cognacs.
Yeah.
So this is the South American take on a brandy, Pisco, and again, very popular, native to Peru, and also made in Chile.
Why is it clear? Most brandy I've seen is like a either brown or it's not even, or it looks clear to me from here.
Yeah, no, I'd say most Pisco is clear.
Yeah. Did I stump you?
You stumped me.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you can control the color in a variety of ways, but...
but it usually comes from the grape skins, so...
Does it?
That was my understanding based on all of the wine tours I've been on.
The
Including in
color,
Chile.
The color does.
Yes.
Yeah. So they probably don't use the grape skins.
Do you think they individually peel every grape?
No, actually my better guess is that it isn't, it's in the aging. Is where I feel like a lot of the color probably you get in brandy from.
Okay.
Whereas you don't get that from the Pisco. But
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. We're gonna look at that and see what's up.
Okay.
Calafate, Keith says. I think that could be Calafate.
That does sound really
That's
familiar.
the grape.
The grape, yeah.
The weird, not grape, but the weird berry.
Yeah. Do I see Jess's icon here?
Oh, Jess is in the chat. Hello, Jess.
You just missed my discussion of Ernest Shackleton and his cat, Jess. So you'll have to watch later.
All right. So this is basically a classic sour recipe that is going to be made with and feature Pisco. So to start things off, we are going to cut up and juice some limes. Now, most recipes call for lime juice, and that's what we're going to be using today, although you will find some here and there that will use a combination of lime and lemon. And that also gets at the question that we often have about in South America, is there actually a difference between lemons and limes, or are they, or is it this like sort of in-between hybrid fruit that they're using most of the time? So, I don't know about that, but... Get some
I thought you were gonna do, I don't know. I thought we were gonna maybe use like the pulp or something crazy. The way you phrased that, you were like, call for lime juice, but today we're gonna use the skins.
No.
Okay. So we're still just using lime juice.
What kind of show do you think this is?
A messy one based on the past few days.
I know. Once again, I got a good squirt of lime. But it smells nice.
It smells good though, yeah.
It smells nice and clean.
Yeah.
Let's see. God damn it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's alright, Jess.
It wasn't that great.
So we have the weekend coming up.
Yes.
Do you have anything planned for the weekend?
Not that I recall. Probably not. So I'm available.
Okay.
Yeah. If anybody would like to do something, maybe we can do some Jackbox games or some other. I've been trying to actually, anybody who's watching, if you have any advice about, I would like to, so my dad loves to play cribbage, and he plays on the computer, against the computer by himself, and I would love to play cribbage with him in a socially distant manner. So if anybody knows of any software that we could figure out, I would appreciate it, because I've been hoping to set that up. Yeah.
All right.
Since we have an audience.
Drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's my birthday, damn it.
Oh, that's right. Well, not quite yet, right? But it's getting.
We're saying this weekend.
Oh, this weekend. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
weekend.
Oh, Jesus. Ugh. I'm sorry.
Birthday in quarantine.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
Actually, well, maybe we'll go drive by Jess's house and yell happy birthday to her.
Hold up the sign.
Yeah. I don't think we've officially scheduled a party, though. We offered to. A socially distant party.
Oh.
But that's right. I think we talked about playing the games. So I do have plans this weekend.
All right. So the Pisco Sour gets the man who gets credit for its popularity is a man named Vincent Morris, who worked in South America for many years in the beginning of the 20th century as like a railroad guy down there.
Was he a railroad tycoon?
He ended up, I don't know if he's a tycoon, but
Okay.
he managed stuff.
What do you suppose the bar is between like a railroad businessman?
Money.
Or right, but like how much money?
A lot of money.
Okay.
Millions.
If you have to ask, then you don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was a Utahn, man of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1916, he opened a bar in Lima.
Okay.
And at this bar, he really popularized this drink, the Pisco Sour, taking the Pisco of the region, the Peruvian Pisco, and making it in his sour. And he is absolutely the guy that popularized it and made this a well-known international cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
And for many years, he was credited with having invented the Pisco Sour.
Okay.
But in an exciting twist of cocktail history, in 2014, there's this Peruvian author who found this really, really old pamphlet from 1903 that included a recipe called a cocktail. And the ingredients of this cocktail were egg white, lime, sugar, Pisco, agitated in a cocktail shaker.
That sounds like a Pisco Sour.
That's a Pisco Sour. So our friend Vincent Morris, while it was very important in the popularization of the Pisco Sour, no longer gets credit as being its inventor. That instead goes to some Peruvian named S.E. Ledesma.
All right.
But what is interesting is, so this pamphlet was from 1903, and the techniques that are used to make it and the formulation of it very much must have migrated from the United States, which was really the birth of the cocktail and the cocktail culture in the 19th century.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to see how it made its way down to Central and then South America.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to want one of these.
That's why I'm here.
Can you grab me a second mixing glass?
Sure thing.
And then also 2 eggs and ice.
Wait a minute.
So, in order to get things started, we're going to do 2 ounces of Pisco in each of these.
Ice and what? Egg.
Eggs. Very nice. And then we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. And then that same amount, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup.
I'm just getting ready.
Nice sweetener. Alright, so we've got our Pisco, we've got our simple syrup, we have got our lime juice. Now we're gonna get our egg going. Can you just also get me a small dish?
I feel like your preparation for these has gone downhill.
Hey. Just knew I'd have an assistant.
Oh,
It's
okay.
so very helpful.
Now, how much were these limes? Do you remember?
A huge bag of them from Costco, so it wasn't like blank for $1.
Okay.
I don't even know how many were in the bag, but more than we need.
The exact amount of limes that we want.
Exactly. So for these, I am going to do a dry shake before I add the ice in, just to start to get that egg nice and whipped up.
You're not shaking music yet?
Nope.
You're professional musician friend who does everything very nicely for us as a favor, hasn't done it for us yet.
Correct.
I'm sure he's busy.
Alright, so I've got my shake started. Now I'm gonna add my ice. See, that's already nice and frothy. Pause for a second there due to poor connection, but we're back and we're shaking. And we're gonna strain into our nice coupe.
That foam.
Beautiful foam. And we'll get going with number 2. You also please grab me one wooden toothpick.
Only one?
Yes.
Okay. So this is interestingly the same container of toothpicks we've owned for our entire marriage, because turns out you don't need toothpicks that often.
Going on 11 years.
Yeah. But the other day we ran out of nature's seasoning, which is a spice that only my family knows about, which I'm pretty sure I owned for like 7 years. So,
Wow.
7 years. And we're low on toothpicks too.
Where's the cup of this?
The coffee. Well, shaking. You said just one, so there's just one for you.
Thank you. Throw that ice back in the fridge.
Sure thing.
All right, now, finally for the garnish. Do you remember the garnish that we had?
I do now.
What do you got?
It is bitters swirled into the top.
Yes. And often I feel like when we got it in the champagne flute, it was just like a dot on top.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be using beard bitters, my
Oh.
own aromatic bitters. And I'm going to start just by doing a nice drop straight around.
This is so artistic. And suspenseful. So I saw that Zach put in the comments, oof. I was not criticizing you, Zach. I was criticizing us for mooching off of you. So please do not feel bad. Well, not us, Ryan.
Nice little design there. Try something different with this one.
It's almost like latte art, but not.
Yeah. There we have
It's like,
2 Pisco Sours.
ta-da!
And now for the best part, we get to taste.
Yeah, it's just us. Get your spot, sorry.
For you.
Thank you.
And happy Thursday. Cheers, everyone.
Thursday.
Cheers, Helen.
Cheers to fun and travel eventually again. Oh, it's so good.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
The foam. I like foam.
Yeah, that creaminess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you can taste the pisco?
I mean, I must be able to, but I am not able to tell you what Pisco tastes like. So
Right.
I haven't had it like on its own. So.
Does it taste limey?
Only a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
not
only a
very
little
limey either.
citrusy. Yeah.
How sweet would you say it is?
Yeah. I would say for a good cocktail, it is sweet, but it's not like excessively sweet. You know what I mean?
It's appropriately sweet, you're saying.
It's appropriately
not overly
sweet.
sweet.
Right. Like this
But
is
on the range of dry to sweet, it's a sweeter cocktail.
It's on the sweeter end for good cocktails. Like
Mhm.
it's not a, pre-mixed margarita you get at Applebee's or something.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Do you have any final words?
Thanks for making me a Pisco Sour.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me on your show.
My pleasure. I'm excited to announce that we have a special guest in the works for tomorrow night. A remote guest
What?
will be coming to us live, so be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 5 p.m., 9 o'clock UTC.
It's 5 o'clock. Why not have a drink with me?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.